Hello everyone and welcome to episode 97. She says as she grabs the book that she just wrote everything down in. Yes, episode 97 of the Carnivore Podcast. I'm Sadie, I'm your hostess, and yes, my hair has washed out quite a bit. I think I messed up. I think I put this stuff on too soon after I bleached it. Probably didn't rinse the bleach out as best I could. The purple is still very much in there, so I just have to re-blue. However, if I didn't record now, if I took the time to do my hair and get everything done, this wasn't getting done. So here we go. I was gonna try and record last week, but there was a barbecue. The barbecue at my husband's work. Thusly, by the time I got home, I was done. I smelt of all this barbecue waft. And I was just tired. Lots of people I didn't know. You know how it goes when you're an introvert. And so yeah, I decided to give it another week, which means that everybody who entered for the free to win one of the patterns got an extra week. And I have since closed that, and I have randomly number generated the winners, which I will announce after I do everything else. So let's start at the start and work our way to the end. I have no finished objects, none. I got really close though. I got really close, and you'll see that. And as far as spinning, I have been spinning, but I didn't bring it because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a bigger bobbin of the same thing. I think when I finish the second bobbin, I'll be able to show you. And I'm wondering if I'm just going to end up with 2 bobbins. I had at least 14 ounces. 16 ounces is a pound, and I'm surprised at how it's spinning up. So I'm not 100% sure. I know I did lose a fair bit of chaff, but maybe I'll get the yardage. Maybe it's just I'm having issues remembering how big the Hanson mini spinner bobbins are, because so much is going on. I'm like, how is this even, what? Like, I might end up with only 2 bobbins, really? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I hope you have a drink. I got my drink. And yeah, let's just jump right on into things. One of the things I've been working on in my Fat Squirrel Fibers bag is, of course, my Desert Vista Dyework socks for the month of June. I picked Frida. It's on the Zion base, which is the 7525 Superwash Merino Nylon Stellina, 438 yards. I wanted sparkle. I don't care if it hurts my hands. It's not hurting them so much this time. I think it's all subjective. It might be that my hands aren't as dry now that it's not winter. Who knows? So I finished one. Let me do the lean. Usually I film from the other side, so we're trying something new now. You're getting blasted by, and it's not that sunny. Like, it's definitely a Washington day. There's a little bit of sun though. However, apparently it's very bright for the camera. So I finished my first one. US 1, 2.25 millimeter needle. I did a fish lips kiss heel because I was being lazy. I have discovered that they allow me to be lazier when knitting socks, which is why I've been using them so much. I'm indifferent to the fit. I find they fit me the same as a afterthought heel, but I don't have to put in the waste yarn. I don't have to go back and knit a heel when I'm done, which is kind of nice. But I'm not, my favorite heel is still a flap, a heel flap and turn and a gusset, but for the purpose of stripy socks, this works. And I still like afterthought heels. Like I said, I'm just being lazy. US 1, 2.25 millimeter needle, 64 stitches. It's what I always do. And the second one, I finished the ribbing, and I am 2 stripes in. And yeah, so The Incredibles 2 came out today. Not sure if you follow Disney or give a crap, but Disney is really big in our household. And I've been told that this is a non-optional movie that we have to attend. So probably get a fair bit done. I'll probably get to the heel, more than likely. I will not do a heel in the movie theater though. I have my limits, so I'll probably get to the heel when we go see that. If I haven't already finished the heel and I'm moving on to the foot. It depends on when we go. Probably this weekend. Maybe not. We might wait till the week. Who knows? So that's gotten a fair bit of love because I didn't feel like doing anything super complex. And the other thing is, every time I want to start something, I just look at my pile of whips and then I get overwhelmed. So I was in Tracy's VKN. Side tangent. Someone asked me if I would be putting on VKNs, and I won't be. For the simple reason that it's a lot of organization. Tracy actually pays for the service that is used. And I am currently putting enough money into the running the podcast and everything and using it as write-offs for the business and whatnot. But it's a lot of work. And she does it, and she knows what she's doing, and she has tech help and whatnot with her husband, and so it's just not my bag. You are more than welcome to watch Tracy's podcast, The Passionate Spinner, and to attend hers. She announces them I think they're every 2 weeks. There's a thread in her group you can go to, which has the link of where to go to participate, and they're super fun. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. I am not going to be doing them. There's too much work for me right now. And but thank you for thinking of me. I'm more of a hanger-on in that. But so we were talking. Forget who said they didn't know what to knit on next. Like there was too much to choose from, so they just sat there. And I do that often too. I'll sit and stare at my knitting, and I'll be like, I don't know which one I want to work on. What one do I want to work? What level of pattern do I feel like doing? Do I want to do color work? Do I want to do, right now I'm at the arm increases on the breathing space, which looks like this, and it's probably gotten like 4 rows, so I didn't bring it to show you. Do I want to work on that? I have 3 pairs of mitts I have 2 started and 1 caked to go as far as color work. Do I want to work on those? Do I want to work on just stockinette, in which case I've got my socks, or I've got the Sunset Highway, which you're about to see. Like, what do I feel like working on? And by the time I've worked it out in my head, which I feel like working on, I'm like, screw it, I'm just going to cross stitch. I have hit the point that I just don't want to make a decision anymore. I'm a very indecisive person by nature. So, yeah. It takes forever, and when I do make a decision, I try to stick with it. And because there is so many things in my pile, and then there's 2 shawls, and I don't feel like knitting shawls. I might frog one of the shawls because I want to do something else. But the other one is just going to sit there. Like, I acknowledge that it's not going anywhere. Then I've caked things for other stuff, and I'm like, I could start that. And then, no, not yet. I got time. I don't need to start things yet. I need to finish things. That's what I need to do, which causes me to go, well, I don't feel like working on any of these things, so I must just do something else. And that was my tangent to get into the next thing, because I've only knit on 2 things. Like, I keep dropping stuff, so I keep going out of frame. I've only knit on 2 things in the last 2 weeks. But I have spun and stuff, and you're gonna see there's a shop update, and there's a whole schwack of things to show you. And I forgot to bring those over. Right there. Those are the Jacob kits. There are a couple of them there's 4 of them going up, so be quick on those if you want them, because they're limited edition and they only come up every now and then. I will probably be doing some more before the end of spring, summer, but they take a while to do, and they are gradients. So there's 6 bats per kit, and so there's 2 of the light, 2 of the mid, and 2 of the dark, and they all have different weights, and they'll all be calculated on different weights for the prices, and so you can spin them however you want. But what I would do, or I think what would probably be the nicest, is to just keep going and then do a Navajo ply to keep the gradient. But because there's 2, you could probably do them At the same time, however, I didn't weigh each individual fluff. I weighed the fluff as a total. Okay, tangent over. And those are in the shop update this Sunday at noon. But I will talk about that later in case people want to go away after I've talked about everything else. So the other thing that's all work, and it's so close to being done. You have no idea. Last night I was so close to pulling it an all-nighter just so I could finish it because I was like, I am so close, guys. This is Sunset Highway by Caitlin Hunter, who is Boyland Knitworks. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we all know I finished the bottom. And it's rolling. I did an extra inch. I did an extra inch. I tried. It's still rolling. I will block it and see if it still rolls. But really, there's nothing I can do. It's gonna friggin' roll. So I was like, okay, body finished. Yay! And then I finished a sleeve, and so I tried this on, and I know I said I didn't want to do this, but I ended up doing it because I didn't want to have to deal with altering the pattern, and it's fine. The other thing is I ended up not going, it says to go down to the ribbing size because you do the ribbing in a lower size, and I didn't, and I prefer that. So I tried it on to see that it was long enough and to see that I liked it, and I do. So the first one's done. I have not taken out my stitch markers to show me where I counted from, but. And then the second side, so I'm using, I believe these are 3.5s I'm on? Yes, 3.5 millimeter needles, US 4, is the size you do the whole body on. And then I believe the ribbing is a 2.75 or 2.5, which I did do for the neckline and for the bottom, but I'm not doing it for the sleeves. So I don't want them to be super tight. So this is how far I've gotten on the next one. So basically I just have to finish this black and blue-green, and then I transition from the black into the gray. So really, comparatively, let's go here. I am so close to being done, guys. So the next podcast, I will probably be wearing this. Because once I'm done, I'm just going to weave in the ends. I don't even know that it needs to be completely blocked, but I will block it because color work always shines when it's blocked. I did try it on to see if the arm worked, and it does work, and it's nice, and it's big, and it's roomy. So it's something I can wear a t-shirt under, and it's not going to look bad, because sometimes if you're big and you wear a t-shirt under something, it just looks wrong. You look like, and I don't like that, so it does look good. I do enjoy it. I love the colors I picked. I am using Diamond Luxury Sock. It is a blend of acrylic and wool and nylon, which I'm really loving. Once you get over the fact that it is a bit, it almost dries out my hands a little, but I think once it's blocked, it's gonna really soften up and be really nice. It's got great definition. Like, it comes out really nice. And I think the bunchiness I've got going on in here is going to relax. I know it's going to relax because I've done color work before. It's going to relax once I wash it. So, yeah. The other thing is, this is 100% superwash, so if my husband accidentally throws it in the washing machine or the dryer, it will survive with very little problems. Which is something I have to watch for now. I appreciate him doing laundry. I do. So far, like, I mean, we've been together. May 26th, which was my birthday, we also had our anniversary, and it's 5 years we've been together now. Married, 7 years together. And that's the only faux pas we've had so far. So really, I'm considering it a win. But that thing is going to be done by the end of the weekend. I tell you, it's going to be done by the end of the weekend. These maybe not, but they will be done by the end of the month. And the thing is, okay. So I got my box. I told you I made some orders in relation to pom-pom. Gotta recross my legs. I'm a leg crosser. I told you, ordered some yarn based off of pom-pom, and it arrived. I'm gonna walk you through it and show you what my choices are, because I am, like, the reason I'm working so hard on the Sunset Highway, because I was kind of blah about it, because it's so much stuck in it. Okay. I really want some lovely summer tops, and it's all Tracy's fault. And I love her. But that between the VKN and Tracy being like, why don't I wear knitwear in the summer? Oh, because it's all in wool. Well, I can get something that's not wool. And then Pom Pom with all of his cute things. I may pay a lot to have Pom Pom come to my door, but it's worth it. And so let me show you what I got, what I'm going to use it for. I don't know in which order. I have no idea which one's going to come first, which one's going to come second, or which one's going to come third. But I bought 3 sweaters worth of yarn. Okay, 3 sweaters worth. My size 3 sweaters worth. Yes, because life is good. Okay, so the first one I will show you is Herrera by Paula Pieria. It's done in Shibui Knits Reed. I changed it. I will show you what I'm doing it in. It looks like this. In the front, it has this in the back. Some people were not a big fan of the whole back thing. I like the back thing. I will probably wear like a tank top underneath anyway. I tend to wear tank tops with like sheer tops over top anyway. That's what I do in the summer a lot of the time. So doing that with a tank top underneath seems fine to me. And I do like the open back because it does give you the breeze. I think it would be really good for fishing. So there you have it. And I am substituting. I've got it in it. This is how I deal with it before it gets to its own project bag. So there's going to be crinkle. I photocopied the pattern on my printer, and then I went through and highlighted the size I'm making, so I have everything ready. FYI, don't highlight more than one size and think you'll know which size you're making. I did that with the Sunset Highway. I literally had to count stitches. It sucked. And so the body, I am using Lindy Chain, which is Knit Picks. It is a 70% linen, 30% Pima cotton. It's a fingering weight. It's a little rough, but I think it's going to soften with washing, as most linens. And so the black is going to be the main body, because, yeah, that's who I am as a person. And then the 3 highlighting colors that go across here are going to be Ash, which is a great gray. It's just a lovely gray. Blue, which is really quite rich. I love the richness of that. And Bluebell, which has a kind of a gray-blue tone to it. So these guys together are going to look like this. And I think it'll be a great all summer top. I think it'll be great in the super heat. I think it will be great in the not super heat. Just to throw on over stuff to go out and about if you're anything like me, where you wear your around the house clothes, so you know you got your tank top that's seen better days, and then you're like doing your thing and you have to go out. Just throw that on and go out. It'll be awesome. That's what I'm looking for in that. Then we have didn't use this, not the one I. So that's the first one. There's 3, and there's a couple more I actually would do out of here. The next one is Nazreen by Lana Joyce, or Joie. Not sure how you want to say it. Looks like that. There's the name. But it looks like that. There's better pictures in the back of this one. One of my Instagram friends recently finished this, and it looks amazing. Looks like that. I am going to do the long one. I don't do anything cropped. Never done anything cropped. No one needs to see that part of my body. And I'm going to be doing that out of Crinkle Time. Of course, I didn't think to like grab one of the other colors and bring it up first. Of course not. That would be too much planning, and I'm not the best planner right now. Okay, so I got enough to do my size, and to do the long tunic form, because there's the long one which is shown in the pictures, and there's a shorter one which you can do which is not shown in the pictures. Not doing the shorter one. I will be doing it out of Comfy Fingering in these colors. There you go. I bring it there, right there. This is Blackberry, and this is Whisker. It's a very light gray. But I didn't want to do cream, and I didn't want to do like taupes or off-whites. I'm just not good on white. I'm messy. I'm super messy. And Sassy's messy. Last thing I need is a bunch of dog crumbs showing up. So that's a possibility. So those are 2 out of the 3. I got the box right here. Like, I've got other sweaters planned, but I'm just like, I want to knit stuff for the summer so I can wear stuff now. You know what I mean? I've never really felt that need before, but roll with it. And because I didn't realize I did this, and I find it humorous, next one up, I think Tracy is doing the laden. I also want to do the laden, but I could only pick 3. I thought 3 was a good number. And the last one is Riley by Amy Christopher. She got some serious perky nips going on there. Like, why they use that for the feature photo? Seems a little rude to me. Looks great at a distance when you aren't focusing on her nipples. All the nipples, all the time. I know. You just come to the show for the nips. Okay, let's see if I can do that. There's a nice one. It's a little nipply, but not too bad. And they do it in this horrible, horrible pink with white. I was the only girl. You can tell I was the only girl. I was putting way too much pastel pink and blush pink. I just can't even. My can't even is broken. Not sure if that's cork or clover, but either way, it's horrible. But I do love the sweater. I love a boxy sweater. It just, so slimming, so beautiful. And so for that, I am using, oh, and the Comfy Fingering that I'm using for the other one, sorry, is 75% Pima cotton, 25% acrylic. So I'm going to get great drape out of that. Because cotton is super drapey. I'm going to need to have some good lotion, which I do, thanks to Awilda. The West Coast Koha Spa Aotearoa, which is New Zealand, Hydrating Hand and Body Balm, which is not tested on animals, GE-free, biodegradable. It meets all of my requirements. And so for Riley, I am using Knit Picks Shine Sport. Let's see if I can get that true. It's a little more purple. It's reading blue, but it's very purple. And this one, yeah, this one's dark. There you go. And so this is Pageant and this is Robot, and they're very, very similar to the other one because apparently purple and gray is where I'm at. This summer my colors are purple and gray. This is 60% Pima cotton and 40% modal. I have knit something out of this before, ages ago, like ages and ages ago, like when I lived in my first apartment ago, and I enjoyed it. So this will be good too. And I have enough to do my size. Not joking here. But I didn't realize till everything came that I had 1 blue and black and gray and 2 purple and gray. Because apparently purple and gray. And I was trying really hard not to do blue and gray all the time. And I was like, oh, maybe I should go with green. No. All grays. All purples. Whatever. So I'm really excited to do those, and I really want to start on them, but I won't let myself. Like, it got here basically the day after I recorded it, the same day or something like that, the podcast last time, and I was like, okay, I just have to finish the Sunset Highway to start something. Just have to finish the Sunset. Have I finished? No. Am I getting there? Yes. Plus then I pulled out the Pokemon cross stitch. So I was like, I want a big full coverage piece, and yeah. Still have to record my floss tube, which I will probably next week. So, right, let's go over the winners of the sock patterns. So winners, please do get a hold of me and tell me if you want me to gift it to you or someone else. Honestly, I'd gift it to myself, but I mean, I don't know. Just tell me where you want it to go and I'll send it there. I already pre-did this to save us some time because I'm rambly. And so the first person who won was Mucklepoo 1986, who is Karina. I hope I'm saying your name right. Mucklpu 1986. So congratulations. Second winner was Catwings, Kattwings, and that is Cat. So shoot me off a PM. And the last winner, the third winner, is A.L. Jones 1954, who is Anne. So yes, shoot me a PM and we'll get it off to you. And so, if you have no interest in what's going in the shop this weekend, now is the time to say our farewells. If you do have interest in what's going in the shop this weekend, then stick around and I will show you. The update is going to be on Sunday. It is going to be at noon, and which is Pacific Standard Time, my time. And yeah, so we've got a odd bunch this time because I kind of screwed up which bases I put things on, which is fine. I made it work. It's all good. We will have some new colors showing up. We have this one, which is called Reese's Happy Place. It is a colorway I made to cheer up a friend of mine. It has bright lime greens, bright summery purples, deep oranges, extreme yellows, and it's not my colors at all, but she loves it, and that's the important part. And so yeah, it's pretty. There's gonna be a couple of those up in there. Then we have this one, which is a new one, and it's kind of all over the place. It's a Speckle Lover's Dream, and it's called Sparkle Motion, which is a reference to Donnie Darko. I question your commitment to Sparkle Motion. You got some very light pinks, some bright purples, greens, blues, browns. It's all in there. It's all kind of crazy. And I just love the way it's insane. I'm into insane right now. It works. And then those are going to be on Batty Sock. Now things get a little crazy. We're going to have some more New Ocean Wave kits in the sport weight sweater quantities. So there will be a couple of those because people really like that colorway. So I did up some more, and then we're going to have on sports and on Batty Sock the colorway Moss, which is a very, very bright greeny bluey. There we go. It's got greens, it's got blues, it's got teals. I don't know how many different ways you can say it. It's greens and blues, but that's what it'd be. And then we have this guy who is only on Batty Sock, and it is called Saltwater. It's a really, really tonal, variegated light blue with a mid blue, barely their green. It's very muted for me as far as what I'm used to making. We've got this lovely colorway, which is Mariana, after the Mariana's Trench. And it is, and if you notice, these are all singles of what goes into the New Ocean Waves colorway. And this one came out a little more pink than purple. So this is a different colorway a bit, but not by much. So this one we have on Siren Sport. It has bright purples, the teals, the blues. Then we've got on Batty Sock, Sunset Waves. Which one? We'll go with this one. Some of the skeins are coming out reading a little more pink, some are reading a little more purple, but we've got this guy, Sunset Waves on Batty, which is, you've got your purples, your blues, your pinks, your eggplants. You've got all kinds of things going on in here. It's very vibrant. And then on Sunset, on Siren Sport and Batty Sock, we have Evening Coral, which is a very dark purple with a bit of a browny purple, some pinks. Like I said, it's the last color came out reading a lot more pink in this run of the gradient set, but aesthetically I appreciate it nonetheless. And we have that in Batty and Sport. So what you end up with for the and these are different bases possibly, but what you end up with for the sweater set is something like this, which really works quite nice. So those are all going to be up on Sunday, as well as the Jacob spinning kits, or spinning sets, which are anywhere from 3.7 ounces to 4.9 ounces. I was trying to just make sure I had the colors more so than, I was more concerned with color matching than I was with how much everything weighed. So there you have it. And it's pretty much all I have to report this week for you. I will be back hopefully next week, if not the week after. I seem to be doing good at every 2 weeks, but I am trying. It's just not as easy as it seems. Summer is becoming very weird. And yeah, I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.